Hey y'all, it's Michelle. I'm back with another Bathroom Chronicles. As you can see, today I'm kind of dressed up. I have to head back out, so I decided let me just do a video really quickly. One of the things that's been on my mind this past week is really getting stuck. I know sometimes things happen. It happens to all of us. And we focus so much on what we thought our lives were supposed to be, how it was supposed to go, what should have happened. And sometimes we cannot accept the reality that we're in. And that's where we get stuck. We keep reliving the past. We keep reliving what it was supposed to be. We keep reliving how it should have been done. We keep reliving every dream, every emotion, every idea that we once had. And this year would have been my 20-year anniversary, actually, this month. Would have been my 20-year anniversary. I was supposed to be preparing to go to Fiji because I put off, and when I was married, we were just like, you know what? Fiji is very expensive. Let's just wait till we are in this game for 20 years. By then, we should have more than enough money to go to Fiji. The kids will be a lot older. So the idea of leaving them wouldn't really faze us for so long. But it didn't happen. I'm divorced. And the idea that something that I sacrificed for is not ever going to happen, at least not with that individual. And I sit here and sometimes I think about how, oh my God, like we were almost there. We were so close, but it just didn't work out. It just didn't. And one of the ways I really decided to get unstuck was to go for it. Last year, I had a life-changing moment. When I say that my body shut down on me, it really did. It locked up on me, and it was like the fear of never being able to talk the right way again or be able to pronounce words. That was pretty scary. Okay? It was really scary. And I remember just praying, like, is this my reality? Is this my new reality? And I had to accept for a moment it was my new reality. And I needed to do what I needed to do to get out of it. And but God, it took a while. It took several weeks. But it happened. And I feel like, okay, I know that I'm not my old self. I know that I'm different. But the way I became unstuck was to accept my new normal, accept my new reality, and embrace it and go with it and have fun with it and not let my new reality be a detriment to my future, where I keep thinking like, this is not good, this is not good. Once I got to that place where I started looking at my life and saying, hey, Lord, I want to have some fun. Okay. I don't want to stay stuck. I don't want to keep reliving the past. Things started opening up for me. And I've witnessed people get stuck. So I don't judge them. I get it. I was stuck for several years. All right. But God was just doing something new in my life this year. And it started actually later on, really, really late last year. Once I accepted my new normal, God began to open doors for me. And this year, I'm doing something that I wanted to do for almost at least a decade. It's actually manifesting. And sometimes we get stuck because we don't want to embrace the new normal. But the new normal may actually be the thing that we've been praying for years and years and years upon end. But it just looks differently, right? It's with different people. It's with a different financial status. It's in a different home. It's in a different part of the town or even a different part of the country, right? Because you may have thought you were going to do this thing in one state and God just moved you to a completely different state and you feel like you're starting over, but really you're being set up for the very thing that you've been praying for, right? Your body may be completely different compared to how you envisioned it, right? So many things changed and I had to accept it. And when I accepted it, like more doors began to open for me. And so like this year, I really discussed, I got one of the coaches that I work with and she's just like, apply pressure in 2022. And I'm like, I'm doing it, okay? Because at the end of the day, what else do I have to do? What are my alternatives? Sitting around replaying stuff? Did that for years. Sit down grieving? It's not coming back. It's just not. And no matter how much I think of it, it's not coming back. And I had to let that go. You know how hard it is to let go of 17 years? That's a lot. 17 years, 2 kids and a dog. It's a lot to let go of. A lot of memories, right? It's a lot. And the truth of the matter is, if I don't let it go, I'm just going to die where it's left, where it ended. And I don't want to die there. Like, I got a lot of life in me. So I'm like, will I allow God to really use the life that I have left in me? Or am I going to keep dwelling and moping about the past? And we all grieve differently. So I'm not telling anyone to rush their grief process. I will not ever say that. Like, you got to grieve the way you need to grieve for how long you need to grieve for. But for me, I couldn't stay stuck. I realized being stuck was causing more damage, more pain, more trauma to me than anything else. And so the minute I accepted my reality and said, God, work with what I have left, he did. And he brought wonderful people into my life. He gave me a new perspective. He taught me some things. And because God did this for me, I feel very much so accountable for everything that he's done, right? So I know he's had me trained under some awesome people in ministry. So I can't act like I didn't have the training. I can't do less than a particular job. Like, he gave me a standard. And so I have to accept that standard because I'm trained, you know? And so when I look at that, I realize part of becoming unstuck is learning something new and then applying what you learned. And when you don't want to learn anything new, when you depend on what you knew in the past, you're stuck. Yeah. If you're focused on old manna and you haven't learned anything new since your traumatic event has happened, you haven't read a new book, you haven't studied something new, right? Maybe even watched a documentary, maybe even train with someone, right? Have someone coach you. If you haven't done anything new, chances are it's because you're stuck. And since we're living, we should always be growing. It should not ever be a point in our lives when we're just like, I'm good. You always got to keep growing. And your body needs that. Like, your body needs more information. Like, somehow, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Let me speak about me. But when I learn something new, I feel energized. I don't know about y'all. I get pumped up. Like, when the Lord reveals something to me, I feel like I've won the lottery. Okay? Like $1 million. It feels like I just grew right now, right? So I'm like, you got to keep learning. You got to keep growing. And maybe, just maybe, the life that I envisioned, maybe it wasn't going to be the best for me. And that's why it had to end. And I'm like, it's hard to believe. I'm like, what could be better than what I wanted, God? What? I guess I'm about to find out, right? Because I thought I wanted something great, that was truly godly, but it didn't sustain. So perhaps there may be something else out there that God really wants me to do that I'm really going to love even more. And it's going to suit my needs. It's going to suit the kingdom. Like, it's going to be a blessing to the kingdom. Like, everybody involved is going to be blessed versus, one person suffering and the other person is blessed, right? I want like equal opportunity blessings, like everybody blessed because of this thing. So, getting stuck, yeah. It's hard to pour new wine in old wineskins, right? It's not impossible, but it's not beneficial. When I see people that are stuck, my heart goes out to them. I get it. But I encourage you, if you are stuck, take a deep breath in. Let it out. And then I want you to start using your imagination. Yeah. Because when you get stuck, you can't even use your imagination to see anything positive. You can't use your imagination to think about something that's ahead, that's forward. You're always thinking about the past, right? When you're stuck. So I want you to use your imagination and to think of all the things and all the possibilities that you can actually have right now with the way your life is right now. Just think about it. Think about all the good things that can come out of it. And then go for it. Start saying yes to things. Because when you're stuck, you say no to everything. Because you're like, no, let me pray about it. And you be praying for days and days and days, and then the answer is no. And it's just like, okay, I'm just going to be real. You prayed and prayed and prayed. When was the last time you actually got a yes? So is it really God that's saying no? Or is it you being stuck? Okay? I know God is merciful, but he ain't saying no to everything's a no. Like, really? Really? Where's the yes and amen? You don't got no yes and amen in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years? You ain't got a single yes and amen from God about nothing. Everything is no, no, no. It ain't time, it ain't time, it ain't time. You stuck. You stuck. You stuck. Okay? So go and pray and ask God, like, God, am I stuck? He said, you not stuck. Yes, you stuck, girl. Or sir, yes, y'all stuck. You stuck. And it's okay to acknowledge it too. I don't want you to ever feel like embarrassed or ashamed that you are stuck. Okay? Start saying yes. Because I had to learn to say yes. Like, God, yes, yes, yes. I've been praying. I'm like, it's time to say yes to things. So, anyway, I'm actually dressed up because I said yes to something. That's really one of the reasons why I'm so dressed up today. Because I actually said yes to something. And I'm excited with where it's going to go. Like, where is this yes taking me? Who knows? I'm excited about it though. Start saying yes. And don't back down once you said yes, okay? It might be a little struggle, right? Because you're having to break out of your old pattern, right? You have to do a new normal with a yes. It's going to be okay. It's a little scary, right? You want to go back into your comfort of no, but say yes, right? Say yes. And be okay with it. And of course, let's be real. We're not going to say yes to foolishness, okay? We're not going to say yes to sinful behaviors and activities. Of course, we're not going to say yes to that. But a lot of the things that people are saying no to is not even sin. It's just something different. That's it. So can you say yes to something different? Try it out. It'll be okay. What if you actually love it? Not even just like it. What if you love it? You said yes and you found out like, man, this is awesome. Right? So anyway, I'm going to get off here. All right. Yeah. Get unstuck. Say yes. say yes. All right. Bye.